Looks fine to me. As soon as they get the sign up there on the desk, what do you think?
Looks great.
Well, guess there's nothing else to do but go back to the office and I'll have Rhonda Sue call you a cab.
You got it.
See? I told you you wouldn't be late. Oh, for heaven's sake, look what's happened.
What?
Hello? Hello? Well, the door's locked. It locks automatically. I haven't the faintest idea how to open it.
What does that mean?
Well, dear me, it means that we'll have to stay here until the guard comes by, and that could be a couple of hours. Oh, Steve, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid we're locked in.
There's something very strange about this.
What?
Well, most doors lock on the inside so nobody can get in. Here we are on the inside and we can't get out.
Oh, that is our security system, isn't it?
Well, I'll tell you what. I bet I can get us out of here.
No. There's no point in breaking the door down. The guard will be along. Sooner or later.
Well, I don't mind. I kind of like it in here. And that new set is looking just fine.
It is, isn't it? Gee, I wonder where the art director is. I don't know why Rhonda Sue called us away from the restaurant.
Well, it looks like somebody just decided to go ahead and build it without waiting for your say-so.
Well, I'm very grateful to whomever somebody was. Generally, I have to make all the little decisions.
Well, I bet that's because you're a lady who's good at making decisions.
I must say I am, yes. Oh, I just thought of something. Helena. Oh, dear, she's probably waiting somewhere for you to go to dinner. What a shame.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, we're not going to be in here all night.
Oh, I hope not.
Well,
I know I'm late again.
well, not as late. You're improving.
Look, I still don't know about this.
But you're here.
But why? You know, I come this far and I suddenly realize that,
What?
frankly, I don't know if this is going to work.
Uh-huh, I see. Well, let's put it this way. Nobody's putting a gun to your head, and I'm not going to drag you in, so,
This is ridiculous.
What?
Well, if I ran my business this way, there wouldn't be any business.
What do you mean?
Look, I decided that I was going to come and see you, and I'm not going to renege, so, may I come in?
Be my guest.
This is Search for Tomorrow.
Sorry, Mr. Santel, but, how do you feel about it?
I don't know how I feel about it. That's what I'm doing here. I mean, yesterday I didn't want to ask for help because I didn't think I needed help.
Listen, you mentioned your business before. Now, you'd bring in experts if you had a special problem.
Oh, I know what you're saying, but business is different.
It is?
Well, I thought it was. I thought I was the expert on my personal life, that I knew my feelings, my emotions, my reactions.
Then what are you doing here?
I was wrong. I don't know my emotions. My feelings seem to change every minute these days.
Well, what's been happening?
I blow up at people for no reason. Well, for any reason. I don't seem to know my own reactions to things.
Wait a minute. Did something happen since we talked yesterday?
I had quite a scare.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have thought a man like you would frighten easily.
Liza all but accused me of being like my father, of wanting to control other people's lives.
Oh. Do you?
Oh, God, I hope not. To be like that man, to be so manipulative.
You don't sound frightened. You sound angry.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. I told you before, he wrecked my marriage. I trusted him. I wanted to love him and have him love me back. And so I let him make me think things about Liza.
Listen, Mr. Santel, you can't blame yourself for trusting him. He was your father.
Well, what does that matter? I made him up, you see. He had to be perfect. Bigger than life.
But then when he came back?
Oh, still the hero. Even though he cheated me and my mother and left without ever looking back.
You're not that abandoned child anymore.
He betrayed me again. Without any feeling at all. And I'm gonna have to live with that. And it hurts.
Yes, it does. But it's very important that you admit it. Well, you've taken a step here, Mr. Santel.
But is it enough?
Did you have enough to eat before we left that Chinese restaurant?
Oh, never eat in the daytime anyway, but I did steal a fortune cookie.
I was thinking, I should have gotten one that said, "This is your lucky day."
Well, it is, I think. I think Channel 6 is going to be very good for you. Oh, have I shown you the latest viewer statistics? I have the demographics right over here. Oh, for heaven's sake.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's kind of,
Here, don't worry.
spooky in here, isn't it,
I'll take
without
care
the
of you.
lights on?
Now, I'm not much on the business end of TV. What I want to know is how a woman like you ever got in this business. I'll bet you were an actress, right?
No, why do you ask?
You're so pretty.
Well, thank you very much. No, I was a nurse. Then I married the wealthiest man in town, and there came a time when my son was in danger. I couldn't get the coverage I needed to save his life. So I bought the television station.
Well, I like a woman who knows what she wants and goes and gets it. But you are pretty enough to be in front of the camera, too.
Oh, thank you very much. That's enough talk about me. I want to hear about you. I have a suspicion that you like the way I run this station.
I sure do.
Well, shouldn't be any problem in getting together then. But then there's Helena. Why are there people like agents?
Well, I must admit, Helena wasn't really thrilled about my signing with you. But it's nothing personal.
Oh, isn't it?
Well, no, she has nothing against you. She just didn't want me tied up for 2 years.
Isn't it personal between you and Helena?
Oh, I see. You thought that she and I were...
Yes.
Stephanie, I was a ball player for a few years. There were a lot of young, attractive women. There are lady friends, and there are lady friends. Strictly business between Helen and me. That's it.
Oh. Well, I can't imagine why she's delaying. You don't have a personal management contract with her, do you?
No, she mentioned it before, and there were some papers, but I never signed them.
Oh. Well, for my part, I would just as soon shake hands on this deal and cut out all the mumbo-jumbo, all that legal talk.
I'll tell you, Stephanie, I've got a good feeling about being here. Growing up, I only had one thing on my mind. Ever since I was a little kid back in San Francisco, I wanted to be a ball player. And I always did, since the very time I was at my first real game. It was in San Francisco, and Willie Mays was playing. I'll never forget that. After that, I always had a baseball bat in my hands every day. All I wanted to do was wear that Major League uniform. And I did, Stephanie. I did it.
I know you did, Steve, and you were good.
Damn right I was, and I could have been, well, I could have been really good. Maybe even in the Hall of Fame, someday. But then the injury, and, well, changed my whole life around real quick.
And now?
And now I'm starting to enjoy it. Hey, I think I'm going to be pretty good at this. What do you think?
I think you're going to be terrific. As a matter of fact, Why don't you just sign the contract now? I just happen to have it in my purse.
There is a stroke of luck.
What is?
Just happening to have that contract with you.
Yes, but I don't want you to sign it just yet.
You don't?
No, I want you to read it very carefully first.
Oh, I don't have to bother with that.
No, I want you to. It's just so there'll be no misunderstandings and just so that no one can come back at me later for anything.
Don't worry. I trust you. And besides that, I admire you. I respect your ability.
Do you?
TV is as tough a game as any professional sport. Anybody who survives in it has got to know what they're doing.
Well, thank you. Now, why don't you go ahead and sign that?
But if you insist that I read it first...
Well, of course.
Boy, there sure are a lot of clauses here.
Oh, well, it's just the standard boilerplate stuff. You know, we discussed it all. Salary, working conditions, options, morals clause.
Well, I'll take your word for it. Believe me, I wouldn't change a thing except...
Except what?
Well, it's really nothing, but...
What is it?
Well, I suppose there's a bonus here for signing?
No. No, not that I know of.
Oh, there isn't. Oh, you see, well, that's just something I'm used to. Usually when you sign on a team, you get a bonus.
Oh, you mean a signing bonus? Why didn't I think about that, for heaven's sakes? Well, I think that can be arranged. Let's see now. What would we say it was? About, well, what's fair? 5% of your first month's salary?
You really think that's fair? I was thinking something more in the neighborhood of 10% for the first year's salary. But if you really don't want to do it, that's fine with me.
No, I think that can be arranged. I'll just put this in here in the margin, and then I'll initial it here. And now, you can sign it.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I don't have a pen.
Oh, for heaven's sake, here, you trying to give me a heart attack or something?
Okay, come here. Give me your back. There.
Don't forget on the back page.
Okay. And right there. Now I have a favor to ask of you.
What?
Can I keep the pen? Souvenir.
Well, certainly. The contract is the only souvenir I need. Well, now, let's see if we can get out of here.
Well, you never know. Well, what do you know?
Well, what do you know?
Hey, what is this? You were supposed to meet me out front.
Oh, no, I'm waiting for Stephanie. She's got to sign a few of these.
Well, leave him for her to sign. You don't have to be a witness, do you? Come on, we're running late.
Late? Oh, Warren, I forgot about the party.
Suzi. I don't want to hear it. Come on, let's go. We got to get changed.
Honey, I'm sorry, I can't go. I have a very special lecture to go to tonight.
Well, this is a very special party.
No, but see, this is a large chunk of my term
Suzi,
grade.
wait a
I
minute,
missed
wait a minute.
it. See,
Just this afternoon you said you were going because you wanted to make me happy.
I know I did, and I apologize. I totally forgot about the lecture.
How could you forget about that? You couldn't have called me and told me?
Security system overhauled. Do you realize that we've been locked in the studio all this time? Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. This is Suzi, and this is Warren.
Hi.
Hi, Warren Carter.
Steve Kendall.
Rhonda Sue asked me to give these to you because you want to get them out.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess there's no rest for some of us. Just take me a minute.
Well, when you finish there, do you think you could celebrate at the restaurant with me and Helena?
Oh, I'd love to. Thank you very much for asking me. I tell you what, why don't you bring the car around front, and I'll be out in just 2 seconds.
You got it. Suzi?
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Wayne. Bye-bye.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I can't go through all these right now. Besides, I have to go to a celebration. Will you answer that for me, Suzi?
Mm-hmm. Mrs. Wyatt's office. Yeah, 1 sec, I'll check. It's, Helena St. John. What should I tell her?
Tell her I've left. And you haven't the foggiest idea where I've gone.
Will you stop fussing with this stuff? She said it wasn't important.
No, I have to get this out. Just because she's rushing around doesn't
Well,
mean
we're
that
in a
I-
rush. Isn't that important?
Warren, this is my job.
Well, hell with your job. This is the most important party of the year, Susie. These people are the people who are moving up. These are our kind of people.
Your kind of people.
No, the kind of people that we want coming to the club. They're rich, swinging, young.
Fine, honey, I understand that. But why do I have to go?
Because it's a party for couples. It's not a singles bar.
Well, just apologize to them and tell them that your wife has a late class.
And that she's not willing to support her husband in his new business venture.
Look, I'm not going to argue about this. Forget about it. I have a lecture to go to, and it's important.
So you won't reconsider. Thank you very much.
Hi, guys. Where's my mother? Did she leave yet? I think she went out to dinner. Oh, no. I had to talk to her. I came at a bad time.
Seems like all we've been having lately is bad times.
Yeah. Well, see you later.
Wait, Wendy.
I have an idea. You want to go to a party tonight with Warren? A party? Tonight? Yeah, come on. No, it'll be a great party. You're almost family, Wendy. Please say you go. You'll meet terrific people. And wait a minute. Slow down. I mean, sure, I'd love to go to a party, but I don't know if I can get off of work, and I'd have to go home and change. And besides, don't you want to vote?
I think Susie has a great idea. Yeah, why don't you go home, get on one of your new dresses? We'll have a blast.
Are you sure?
Oh, I guarantee it.
I guess I'm beginning to see. I wanted to believe so much. I wanted my father so much. I let it all happen.
Well, you'll discover that there are very few accidents in this life. Most of us tend to have a hand in whatever happens to us.
What good does it do?
What?
The knowing, the insight, the understanding. I still feel rotten. If I've taken such an important step forward, why don't I feel better?
You really want to have it all now, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to wait. You need time. Time to understand, to absorb it all, to forgive yourself.
Well, that's a tall order.
Well, you're a tall man. Well, we got to have a few laughs, right? Listen, you have to stop blaming yourself, or you'll always feel that people are blaming you. Do you want that?
I want to be free of it. I want to be free of him. Oh, I wish I could tell him that.
Why don't you? Write him a letter.
He's dead.
I know, but you're not. Why don't you just get it out?
I did that once. I told you about it. When I found out what he had done, I went to his house and I nearly knocked him through the wall.
I know. That's hardly an adult confrontation. I mean, that's a child's reaction. You're way past that now.
Maybe.
Listen, you have to get rid of this guilt you're carrying around, Mr. Santel. You have to separate yourself from your father.
Oh, I wish I could.
You will. You will. Uh-oh, time's up.
Well, look, we will talk again tomorrow if I'm on time.
Yes, it's up to you. You've gotten in touch with some of your feelings. Now let's see where they take you. If you want to talk, I'm here.
You sound as though you think I might be able to carry on alone from now on.
I told you, you've got all the answers. But remember, just stay with Travis Santel. He's not a bad guy. Okay?
Okay. But we'll talk.
Whatever you say.
You ready yet, Wen?
I'll be right there, Warren.
Well, you look beautiful.
Why, thank you. Now, tell me, this crowd tonight, is it conservative and stuffy, or is it fun?
You're definitely not stuffy.
Oh, good. Well, in that case, I'll just carry my jacket in case I get cold.
Oh, wow. I'll tell you something. Whatever you do tonight, don't get cold. Here you go.
Where's Suzi, out in the car?
Susie didn't go.
Oh, yeah? When did you start taking my wife to parties alone?